What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today I'm joined by D from Geekdom101. You guys should know him. In case you don't, I will link his channel in the description below because he puts out pretty awesome content, and it's always awesome showing off other people in our community that put out amazing content. So go to the channel right now, linked in the description below. But today, D and I are going to actually discuss the whole Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan versus Super Saiyan God theory. And before we continue, we are going to reference it as red hair and blue hair for the rest of this video because saying Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is kind of a mouthful. And also something else we want to point out, yesterday there was a bunch of videos going around talking about Toriyama confirmed that blue hair Super Saiyan God is weaker than red hair Super Saiyan God, and he never actually said that. What he actually said was from an interview that was done in 2014 where he referenced to why he chose red hair for Super Saiyan God originally, and that's because he decided it's a strong color. He didn't want to pick gold because Super Saiyan was gold, and he didn't want to pick blue because he felt blue was kind of weak. But he never actually said Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan was weaker than red hair Super Saiyan. It's just that's not what happened. But this still does leave kind of a plot hole open and a bunch of theories because he did say that blue hair is a weaker color. So because of that, Geekdom D and I are actually going to do a quick discussion of which power we actually think could be stronger. Now again, this is all purely theory, pure speculation. Until Dragon Ball Super comes out, we don't know anything because we barely know anything about Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan and the red hair Super Saiyan God form as is. This is all theory, just want to kind of get that out there. But I am on team red hair and D is on team blue hair. So at any point in this video, based on what you hear from both our arguments, feel free to comment hashtag team red or team blue in the comment section below. But D,
Yes.
you want to say anything before we start?
No, I mean pretty much everything you said. You pretty much covered it pretty good. We have no confirmation of which form is actually stronger. We're just kind of basing it on what we've heard, not just the interview that what you're talking about, but also there's another interview in the. If you went to go see Fakatsu no F in theaters in Japan, there was a little pamphlet that came out that came with some extra information, which I'll talk about here in my argument. But let's get to it, bro.
All right, here we go. So I think the red hair Super Saiyan God is stronger, and I'm going to go ahead and go down my points, and then D will do his points, and then we'll kind of have a quick debate. So the first thing I want to point out is when Beerus and Goku are fighting in Battle of Gods, and by the way, this video is going to contain spoilers from Resurrection F and Battle of Gods, so in case you haven't seen Battle of Gods, watch out, and we'll have small spoilers from Resurrection F, but we kind of want to put that out there before we start.
Yes.
In Battle of Gods, when Goku's fighting Beerus, he states that he's only using 80% of his power, and Beerus was actually using 70%. However, in Resurrection F, it is confirmed that both Goku and Vegeta, together in a max power at Super Saiyan God with the blue hair, still could not beat Beerus. But if Goku with his red hair is fighting at 80% and was put up a pretty good fight, shouldn't they both be able to team up and defeat Beerus with ease? Because the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan form is supposed to be a lot stronger. So that's my first clue, hinting that Super Saiyan God with the red hair is indeed stronger. Now the next one is probably my favorite point that I want to toss out there. It took Goku, dead Goku, 7 years to achieve Super Saiyan 3 in Otherworld. But yeah. Super Saiyan God with the blue hair apparently gets mastered in the course of under a year. We states a couple months, and that's how long both Goku and Vegeta, who doesn't have the Super Saiyan 3, were able to achieve the Super Saiyan God form. And I feel like a power that strong that only Goku can hold for a minute in Battle of Gods should not be mastered in such a short amount of time. But then again, Toriyama is a king of plot holes and just tossing out writing that just doesn't really make much sense. But again, if we were to take everything that we have at hand, I feel like the way Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan works is instead of harnessing the full transformation, what they do is they go Super Saiyan, tap into the God Ki, and then they enhance their Super Saiyan form. That's why it looks like Super Saiyan just with blue hair, and that's just how I see the transformation. While it is a lot more powerful than any other transformation that they have, it's less powerful than the red hair, but more stable, which is why they choose to fight with that one. Because if you remember a while back, there was an interview where Toriyama says that Goku will no longer be using Super Saiyan 2 and 3. He's just going to stick to using Super Saiyan 1. And the reason why that makes sense as a warrior is because at Super Saiyan 3, it drains a lot of power. We saw the fight against Kid Buu and how long, he could maintain the form. And right at that point, he had, been training for 7 years to hold that form, and he still couldn't really maintain it because it's just straining on the body. So it makes sense to just focus on just Super Saiyan 1 because it's a lot easier to hold. We saw him hold it during the Cell games for that 10-day period, and to just kind of focus on that form and just shape your power around that just makes a lot more sense. So based on everything that we know, I feel like both Goku and Vegeta, they went Super Saiyan God with the red hair, and using the new God Ki that they have at their disposal, they were able to enhance their lesser known Super Saiyan forms and have a new power boost. So that's kind of like the arguments I'll throw out there. And also before I finish, when we see Goku first go Super Saiyan God in Battle of Gods, we see a blue aura kind of burst first, and then we see him go into the red hair form. So it's like, does he actually transform so fast that he goes through the blue hair form into the red hair? I mean, I get that, just tossing it out there. For all we know, the original Super Saiyan God form was supposed to be blue. We don't really know. But those are my points. So, D, what do you think about all that?
Well, I mean, I respect your opinion for sure. The thing is, you're spot on about a few of those things. The original aura for the God power, the one in Battle of Gods, forget Resurrection F, was supposed to be blue. If you watch the original theatrical trailer, actually, I think it was the second trailer, you can see it for a split second if you pause it. It was supposed to be blue, and then it got changed to red. And in the interview that we talked about earlier, which came out in April of 2014, Toriyama said that I chose red because red's a stronger color. And he's talking about more so the fact that the human eye, like the human cornea, when we see red, it's kind of personified as being more, powerful, whereas when we see blue, it's seen more so as kind of being tranquil, which I'm going to get to my point here. So I believe that that's kind of what he meant, because when you go out to like McDonald's, Burger King, the colors they use on the menu, the colors used in their restaurants is red, and red does something to the human eye. It just has an effect. I believe, Rhymestyle, that the blue-haired form that we saw in Resurrection F is the true God form, fully powered. I believe when Goku did the ritual in the Battle of Gods film, I believe that Goku's body was not ready for it, therefore he could not maintain it, and that's why he lost it. However, at the same time, because Beerus says in the movie that Goku is a fighting genius, I believe he was able to successfully absorb the God power into his base form and tap into it when need be. And the reason why I back up that argument is because at the end of the film, Beerus throws that mega attack at him, and Goku bursts out into that rage, and his hair goes back to being red again. So he was able to tap into it again. Now, that's one part of the theory, right? The second part of the theory is when you move forward to Revival of F. Now, we obviously have no idea what happened with Vegeta. Hopefully Dragon Ball Super will explain that maybe he did the ritual. My belief is that the blue-haired form is the mastered form, because like I was saying earlier with that pamphlet that came out in Japan, Toriyama says that he chose blue because blue represents the fact that Goku and Vegeta are tranquil, that they are basically in their calmest, most focused form. I believe that the red SSJ form, the red Super Saiyan God, is basically the initial power, and I believe the blue form is a mastered 100%, I get this, my body gets it kind of form. If you look at the actual movie, Resurrection F, what happens in the film, and again, spoiler alert for those who don't know, Frieza says, "Oh, you're a Super Saiyan," when he just turns on the blue hair. Goku says, and I quote, "This is a little different. It's complex and a little difficult to explain. But this is the Super Saiyan God with the power of Super Saiyan. Super Saiyajin Godo no power no Mota Saiyajin no Super Saiyajin." That's what he actually says. Sorry, I'm getting nerdy on you, bro. I've Geekdom.
This is why you guys need to subscribe to Geekdom. Like this, do you not like him already? Click the link right now and subscribe. Like, keep going though. This is awesome.
I'm being wacky, bro. But no, what that basically means is that it's the God power with the power of S. Now, I think that your theory is correct, but I think it's like kind of flipped in that I think that what Goku and Vegeta did, I think Vegeta did the ritual off screen, maybe against Shanpei or Champa. We don't know. We'll find out hopefully soon. We don't know. But I think that when they did the ritual, Vegeta tapped into the red hair, and then they trained with Whis, and I think Whis' training was so potent that they were able to master that form and then basically take the SSJ God form, throw in their SSJ form, and create this new form. I do not believe it is that much more powerful. I don't think it's significantly more powerful. I also don't believe that Goku was using 80% throughout all of the fight with Beerus. Neither was Beerus using 70%. I think that Beerus only used 70% during the final moments of that fight when Goku was kind of hitting him a few times at the end of the fight. That's my belief just based on kind of how the fight went. And I believe that the blue hair is basically like, it's kind of like when people say who would win between Gogeta and Vegito. Well, Vegito is more powerful, but even if he wasn't, Gogeta has a 30-minute time limit, so all Vegito has to do is just run away until the fusion runs out. Right. I think the blue hair represents like Vegito. I think the blue hair is mastered SSJ1. Together, I think that Goku and Vegeta in that blue-haired form together could take on Whis, because the whole joke about that movie is at the end of the movie, Whis is like, if they teamed up, they would be formidable or whatever. They would have taken out Frieza in a heartbeat. So I think that's part of it too. That's what I believe. I don't think that the blue is that much more powerful. It might only be a little bit, but I think it's more stable and much better for combat. That's my 2 cents.
Good stuff. The only thing I want to ask you, something that you didn't address, is the fact that it took, again, Goku took 7 years to go Super Saiyan 3 while he's dead, which is a lot easier to achieve. But they still mastered the form way too soon. And even with Whis training them, who's like a master, do you think it's still plausible? Well, first of all, do you think Toriyama's going to rewrite that, number one? But two, even if we use the timing that they have right now, they had to have trained, actually, I think we said a couple months. Do you think it's plausible for them to master a form that Goku could only hold for a minute and a half while he was fighting against Beerus? Do you think it's plausible for him to basically master that form in a few months?
This is Dragon Ball, bro. Let's not forget that. You're right, but it's Dragon Ball. From Earth to Namek was 6 days. Goku went from barely surviving a fight with Vegeta to elbowing Raccoon once and putting him on the ground with 6 days of gravity training. The whole gimmick is that these guys are prodigies. So even though it's hard for us to believe in the real world, in the Dragon Ball world, it does make sense, especially since I believe that when Goku first felt that God power, Beerus asked him, what do you think? And Goku's like, I don't really like it. And Beerus is like, why? Because I didn't get here on my own. I think that when he first felt that God power and when it's kind of, fused with his body, I think that's what gave him such a boost that it made it easier for them to unlock the blue-haired form. But again, that's all theory and speculation. We don't know because one of the problems of Resurrection F is that there's a lot of unanswered questions, which I'm hoping Super will answer.
Oh my God, I hope it does too.
Or at least a guidebook. I know there is a guidebook coming out for Super, so maybe
Toriyama, give me a manual. It's funny, I was talking to my friend Jaden Tastic earlier today, and he was like, I will give him a left nut if I could just sit and talk to Toriyama and just grill him for all these plot holes, just ask him and get these answers.
Well, he'd probably give you answers to make more plot holes. Right?
That would happen. But you know what? I think this is a good healthy debate, and I think this is the point where we turn it over to the people watching. And based on what me and D said, what do you guys think? Now, again, we don't know anything about Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan God. Both these forms were just barely introduced without any details, and hopefully Dragon Ball Super is going to explain stuff, and maybe there's even another form that's going to be revealed in Dragon Ball Super. We don't know. The whole purpose of this video is to just kind of take what we have right now and kind of construct an idea of what we think is stronger. So based on what we said, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comment section below. So D, is there anything else you want to say before we end this?
Yeah, just the last thing I want to say is, for all we know, they might actually just be equally powerful, and it's just the blue one is just more stable. It's just the mastered version. That could be the case. Yeah. But if we really want to dig into the real reason as to why we're getting so many forms, it's because Bandai, Toei, and all these people want you to buy more toys. That's actually the real reason. I'm telling you.
I'm one of those suckers. I can't stop buying SH figure arts. I can't stop.
They're beautiful, dude. They're
so
beautiful.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's what they want from you. They want your money, and they'll take it one way or another.
Yeah. But you know what? They can have it because I still love Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball at the end of the day, and Dragon Ball Super, hopefully. So they can have my money for now. It's a big part of my life and my childhood. So, yeah.
Me too.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. So again, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like rating below. Check out Geekdom101. Again, linked in the description below. Puts out awesome content. I guarantee if you watch one video, you're gonna be hooked. So just do yourself a favor, subscribe to him, and don't forget to let us Team Red or Team Blue. Hashtag it in the comment section below, and let's see which team is more prevalent between the DBZ community. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. My name is Rhymestyle, and today I'm joined by
Geekdom101.
We'll see you guys in the comment section below.